Dust kicks up where we said goodbye. Every mile I've walked, every town I roamed, led me back to the place I called home. Remember that night by the neon sign, your hand in mine like it was a lifeline. We made plans on cracked diner seats, dreams woven tight with our laughter and beats. But life twists like the roads that we took, sometimes losing sight of the chapters in our book. Every road led back to you and everything changed. The compass spun wild, the map rearranged. Through worn out tires and endless blue skies, I found my way home through the truth in your eyes. The summer heat and the autumn rains marked the places where I felt the pain. But even through storms, your name I knew, a lighthouse strong when my world withdrew. Got lost in the silence, found peace in the noise. Every detour took me back to our choice. Every road led back to you and everything changed. The compass spun wild, the map rearranged. Through worn out tires and endless blue skies, I found my way home through the truth in your eyes. Sometimes the longest paths show the heart's deepest beats. In miles behind and miles ahead, love's the road that repeats. Every road led back to you and everything changed. The compass spun wild, the map rearranged. Through worn out tires and endless blue skies, I found my way home through the truth in your eyes. Yeah, every road, every turn, it's true. Every road led back to you. Sunrise hits the cracked old window pane. Coffee brews, but it don't warm the pain. A quiet house, but my mind's a storm. Things have changed, but I'm still holding on. Remember nights at that old dirt road, laughing loud till the sky turned gold. Promises made under cottonwood trees, now they're just leaves caught in the breeze. dusty boots waiting by the stairs. Photos faded, but the smiles remain. A little rough, but I'm still in the game. The world spun hard, knocked me off track, but I found the strength to come back. Every tear was a battle won. I keep my heart beating, still holding on. Still standing through the storm, through the noise, when everything changed. Lost my voice, but I'm here with weathered hands, still holding on to what I can. No turning back, no moving wrong. I'm still standing, still holding on. No map, no guide, just a worn out soul, learning to live with the parts not whole. Steps uncertain, but feet stay strong, finding my way, still holding on. Still standing through the storm, through the storm, through the noise, when everything changed. Lost my voice, but I'm here with weathered hands, still holding on to what I can. No turning back, no moving wrong. I'm still standing, still holding on. Sunset blooms on a quiet street. The world's still wild, but my heart beats. I'll face tomorrow, come what may, still holding on, come what may. The clock ticked past midnight, but the fire still burned low. Two chairs by the window, drifting slow and slow. Coffee cups half empty, and words we left unsaid, holding on to pieces of the night that we once led. You wore that old denim jacket, sleeves rolled halfway down. I traced the faded edges where your name was worn and found. Crumbled notes on the floorboard, memories in disarray. We kept what little light we had in the dark where it wouldn't stray. No promises, no futures, just the air between our lips. We walked the line of something lost on shattered midnight trips. When the morning didn't come and the stars refused to fade, we held on to the fragments and the last words we had made. Not love, not quite letting go, just that fragile place we played the night. We stayed what we say. Your silhouette in candlelight, a story left untold. Fingers tracing patterns in the warmth we tried to hold. Our laughter tangled quietly with every breath we take. A hesitant kind of peace in the silence we would make. No turning back, no walking past, just a space where we remain. Two hearts paused in gentle ache, caught within save. Maybe someday daylight will bring clarity or bend, but till then this quiet storm is where the story ends. All the unsaid moments, like smoke that can't be chained, we keep them safe and folded. The night we stayed what we saved. The dawn crept in slow, but we didn't chase it away, holding close our midnight truth, but we chose to stay. I remember that evening, the sun melting slow, your hand in mine where the soft wind blows, dust on our boots, the path not so clear, but something about the way you look drew me near. Chasing summer's long tail, found a back road where the wildflowers hail, carried our dreams in an old pickup bed, every mile closer, every word you said. But roads have their bends and hearts can bruise. Not every turn is ours to choose. When roads collide and we take the fall, what love costs is written on these walls. The quiet fights, the tears we hide, still we stand strong with every tide. Yeah, when roads collide, we find our way, learning to live with what love made us pay. Midnight talks by the fire's low gleam, trading secrets like they're river dreams. You wore your stubborn like a worn out coat, but your smile was the light I'd always wanna hold. And hearts keep knocking on worn out doors. Sometimes love bruises down to the core. When roads collide, no guide for the choices we make, but hand in hand through every cost, it's the love and losses we find not lost. When roads collide and we take the fall, what love cost is written on these walls. The quiet fights, the tears we hide, still we stand strong with every tide. Yeah, when roads collide, we find our way, learning to live with what love made us pay. So here we are where the two roads met, holding on tight to this silhouette. Even when love asked the hardest cost, we chose each other, never lost. The fire's low, the night is still, hearts beating loud against the chill. We've been down this rugged road, carrying loads nobody knows. Words like stones thrown in the wind, but here we are, not broken, not pinned. Every scar tells its tale, every wound might yet heal if we hold on tight, if we don't let go. There's a place where The radio's playing low, some old tune we'll burning summer nights, just me and you. Smoke curls up from the distant hills, street lights flicker, but our world feels still. You laugh like fireflies in my hand, holding on tight, trying to understand. When the sky's painted red and the world's out of breath, we find that little spark just beating in our chest. Flames don't fade our tune, baby, we're still singing strong. Through the heat and the smoke, we're where we belong. With every step through the fire, every mile we roam, love's our steady ground, and you're my home. Ashes fall like winter snow, but I see the green where the rivers flow. Your hand in mine, it's a steady beat. In this burning world, you're my relief. When the air's thick and wild and fear tries to roar, we find our quiet strength and we keep wanting more. Flames don't fade our tune, baby, we're still singing strong. Through the heat and the smoke, we're where we belong. With every step through the fire, every mile we roam, love's our steady ground, and you're my home. Even when the night's too bright and the roads blur in the heat, I swear I'll hold on tight to this dance beneath our feet. Flames don't fade our tune, baby, we're still singing strong. Through the heat and the smoke, we're where we belong. With every step through the fire, every mile we roam, love's our steady ground, and you're my home. The radio fades out slow, but our song remains. In a world on fire, love still holds its flame. Battered nails and faded paint, the house don't feel like home. Broken vows lie in the floorboard, secrets left alone. Sundown hasn't touched this place, but the light is growing thin. Your silence fills the empty room, louder than where we've been. Paper trails of promises scattered by the wind. I'm picking up the pieces, but they don't fit again. Every word you left unspoken stacks up like a wall. The Quiet's more than just a pause, it's the heart is full. Cracks in our walls, painting stories we can't undo, built from broken promises that we both once knew. When silence screams louder than the words we can't say, we're just buildings falling apart, day after day. Coffee cups with fingerprints, faded like your touch. Remember when the morning felt like it could mean so much. Now the clock keeps ticking, but the moments freeze in place. I'm chasing shadows of a love I can't replace. The space between us stretches wider every night. Still I search for comfort in the absence of your light. Cracks in our walls, painting stories we can't undo, built from broken promises that we both once knew. When silence screams louder than the words we can't say, we're just buildings falling apart, day after day. Maybe time will heal these fractures deep inside, or maybe some houses just aren't meant to survive. But here we are, standing on the edge alone, hoping for a sign that this house can be home. Cracks in our walls, painting stories we can't undo, built from broken promises that we both once knew. When silence screams louder than the words we can't say, we're just buildings falling apart, day after day. Battered nails and faded paint, the dust begins to fall. Maybe from these broken pieces we can build it all. Silent roads we used to roam, dusty trails that led us home, fallen leaves beneath our feet, traces of a time so sweet. You had that old blue denim jacket, worn and torn just like our plans. I remember fields of golden hay, where laughter hid beneath the sky's gray span. But seasons turn, and so did we, lost in waves of what couldn't be. Fragments of our yesterday, scattered like the autumn rain, pieces held in memory's grasp, fading slowly as moments pass. No need for words, That porch swing creaked under the weight of promises we couldn't make. Sunlight danced on your weathered face, trying hard to hold that place. Past diverged and eyes looked far, searching for that distant star. Fragments of our yesterday, scattered like the autumn rain, pieces held in memory's grasp, fading slowly as moments pass. No need for words that break apart, just the ghosts of a worn-out heart. Time won't paint the same old scene, but the cracks still catch the gleam. Every scar upon our skin tells a story deep within. Fragments of our yesterday, scattered like the autumn rain, pieces held in memory's grasp, fading slowly as moments pass. No need for words that break apart, just the ghosts of a worn-out heart. Silent roads now lead alone, dust to dust, we've come back home. The sun was setting slow on that dusty road, your hand in mine, the only truth I know. We met where the wildflowers dared to grow, two hearts running fast through the open roads. Your laugh like the summer rain on dry leaves, a secret dance beneath the old cotton trees. Every step was a chance, every glance a spark. We built our story from the cracks in the dark. Loving you was the bravest thing I do, like finding fire in the cold and breaking through. We held on tight when the world slipped away. Between the cracks, we found our light to stay. A morning dew caught in the strands of your hair. We chased the dawn without a single care. The road was rough, but your smile was strong. In that small town, we found where we belong. Every step was a chance, every glance a spark. We built our story from the cracks in the dark. Loving you was the bravest thing I do, like finding fire in the cold and breaking through. We held breaking through. We held on tight when the world slipped away. Between the cracks, we found our light to stay. Between the cracks, beneath the endless sky, with you I learned to live, not just survive. Sunlight cuts through the broken blinds. Coffee's cold, but I sit and find moments left where your laugh used to be. The porch swing still creaking like your old boots. Dust on the table, photos in loops. We spoke in silence, words left unsaid. Felt like building a house on broken bed. I traced the lines where we lost control. Pieces of us scattered, taking their toll. But in the quiet I find a spark, a little light behind the dark. After the storm settles down, when the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. The garden's wild where we used to plant. Memories tangle like the vines that grew rampant. You're leaving change the rhythm, the tune. But seasons roll on and so must I too. I walk the path where our footprints blend, wondering if we'll find a way to bend. Even broken parts can find their place in the cracks. There's a gentle grace after the storm settles down. When the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. Time ain't a healer, it's a teacher, they say. Shows you the colors and shades of gray. And what we had isn't lost or rearranged. It's just a different kind of love in the aftermath we've claimed. After the storm settles down, when the sky clears this town, I'm holding on to what didn't fade away. Though the road's been rough and strange, love's still here after the change. Finding you in the silence of yesterday. So here I stand, not the same as before. Learning love's what you find after the war. Sunrise paints the sky in shades of burning gold. Coffee brewing slow, stories yet untold. He's got calloused hands and a smile like noon. She's a firelight glow, the sweetest tune. They met by the old barn door, summer's heat still high. She wore faded jeans, he carried dreams in his eye. Troubles come like storms, but they learn to bend. Not a single night where their faith won't mend. Neighbors say it won't last, the world's got a way to break, but the road's been rough and long, still they never fade. When hearts don't quit against the world's hard call, they stand tall, love strong, never let it fall. In every lonely mile and every tear they've cried, they find a little hope on the wild side. Winter brought cold winds, barn doors creak and moan, but in the fire's crackle they find a place called home. Every promise made is a seed they sow, roots growing deeper, steady as they go. Friends might doubt the climb, say it's just too steep, but their journey's theirs alone, every secret they keep. When hearts don't quit against the world's hard call, they stand tall, love strong, never let it fall. In every lonely mile and every tear they've cried, they find a little hope on the wild side. Underneath wide open skies, with stars that never lie, their hands locked tight, facing down the night. No glitter, no fame, just a steady flame, burning clear through all the noise and pain. When hearts don't quit against the world's hard call, they stand tall, love strong, never let it fall. In every lonely mile and every tear they've cried, they find a little hope on the wild side. Sunset settles low, the shadows still remain. In the quiet hum of life, two hearts claim the plains. The night's cold, the porch lights flickering low. You sit next to me, but it's all quiet just so. We've been down this road, worn out and tight, holding on, hanging by a thread tonight. Clock ticks loud in this worn-out room. Pictures on the wall caught somewhere between bloom and gloom. Your eyes tell a story, mine can't lie. Every tear has a weight, every silence a sound. We're dancing on edges, almost gone to ground. But something pulls us back from the line, a fragile promise in the fading shine. We almost gave up, just one breath away from letting go on that cold, restless day. But here we are, still holding tight, hanging by a thread, trying to make it right. The coffee's gone cold, the paper's untouched, letters half written, words we never clutched. Beneath the cracks and the long worn miles, there's still a spark in hesitant smiles. Every moment's a battle, every glance a fight. Two stubborn souls searching for light. And though the path seems thin and tight, we find a reason to stand and fight. We almost gave up, just one breath away from letting go on that cold, restless day. But here we are, still holding tight, hanging by a thread, trying to make it right. Maybe we won't have it all figured out tomorrow, but in this fragile moment we choose to borrow hope, not sorrow. With worn out hands and hearts that collide, we pick up the pieces, choose to ride the tide. We almost gave up, just one breath away from letting go on that cold, restless day. But here we are, still holding tight, hanging by a thread, trying to make it right. The night's still cold, but the porch light's burning bright. Two souls still tangled in the soft morning light. We're fragile, we're worn, but we're still in the fight, hanging by a thread on this long tangled night. Sunlight drips through half-closed blinds. Coffee cools where we left it behind. Old porch swing sways with a lazy wind. This house still holds where we began. Yeah. Rusted signs, different times. You packed your bags in a quiet storm, left the kitchen cold but kept it warm. And I watched the calendar pages turn, learning lessons love had to burn. This is the map of the roads we made, worn out shoes and hearts that stayed. Lost the fight but gained the fight's light. When the dust settles low, we find what's right. Your laughter rings in the garden still, under the oak against our will. Photographs and letters faded gold, stories of us that never got old. I'm tracing footprints where you used to go, learning how to love what love let go. This is the map of the roads we made, worn out shoes and hearts that stayed. Lost the fight but gained the fight's light. When the dust settles low, we find what's right. No grand goodbyes, no final show, just quiet rooms where memories grow. We held on tight to what was true, found the grace in me and you. This is a map of the roads we made, worn out shoes and hearts that stayed. Lost the fight but gained the fight's light. When the dust settles low, we find what's right. So here's to the love that stayed behind in the cracks and worn out time. The porch lights fading slow, grass bent where we stood low. Old dirt roads lined with tales, and every step a trail. We carved the names on that worn out fence, talk for hours, no need for pretense. Rust on the mailbox, years gone by, yet here we are, you and I. Bills on the kitchen table stack high, but laughter fills the room, no need to ask why. The storms may come, might even hit, but hearts like ours don't quit. From faded photos in that old shoebox to morning coffee poured in chipmunks, every scar, every laugh we knit keeps the fire alive. Yeah, hearts don't quit. patchwork quilts, 1,000 moments hand-built. The world's spinning fast, but here we stand, holding tight to what's in our hand. Time can within, but we commit, 'cause hearts like ours don't quit. From faded photos in that old shoebox to morning coffee poured in chip mugs, every scar, every laugh we knit keeps the fire alive. Yeah, hearts don't quit. When the night feels long and the road straight, we find stars in each other's way. No grand promises, just simple truth. The strength of me, the strength of you. From faded photos in that old shoebox to morning coffee poured in chip mugs, every scar, every laugh we knit keeps the fire alive. Yeah, hearts don't quit. So here's to the days, both rough and kind, to the ties that won't unwind. In the quiet, in the grit, our stories told, hearts don't quit. The clock had stopped at 9:30. Beneath the old tin porch we'd find a place where silence holds its thrill. That night we chose to stand still. The lantern swung with gentle sway, your hand in mine, we laughed away. The world outside could wait a while. We lost ourselves in secret smiles. No rush to chase the fleeting day. We carved out time the country way. Oh, those timeless hours we claim for our own, underneath the white sky where the wind has blown. The moments stretch like rivers, slow and deep, in that place where memories dare to keep. The fireflies danced around our feet, summer's warmth and the quiet heat. Your story spun from days gone by, held close beneath the velvet sky. No hurry in the way we'd feel, just you and me, and time stood still. Those timeless hours we claim for our own, underneath the white sky where the wind has blown. I close my eyes and hold it fast. The longest night a quilt to fill. With love the night we stood still. Late nights spent all worn out till the quiet ain't for us. Broken roads and cigarette smoke in the silence we combust. You had that stubborn heart, I had a restless mind. Two sparks on a dry field, every step a fight to find. The calm we chased like a river, slipping right out of our hands. Never made it past the thunder, never found those promised lands. But every storm we weathered only pulled us deeper in. Burning bridges on our own, way too wild to give in. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I wouldn't trade the pain. We were never easy in the quiet, but alive in the pouring rain. Your laugh could light the darkest nights, your fight could shake the ground. We danced around the edges where the calm was never found. Broken words and worn out promises scattered in the breeze. Still we held on to the fire, burning down with such ease. Every heartache carved a story, every fight left a scar. We crashed and burned together, two wild souls afar. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I wouldn't trade the pain. We were never easy in the quiet, but alive in the pouring rain. Now the nights are colder and the road ahead is clear, but I still feel that fire flicker, a memory held near. Maybe easy wasn't in our stars, maybe calm was never meant. But in every wild, chaotic moment, that's where our hearts were spent. We were never easy in the quiet, never soft in the still. Love was flames we couldn't tame, a wild horse running uphill. And though the silence screams between us now, I would The night was calm, the stars stood still. A trembling heart I couldn't will. But loving you, though unprepared, was the bravest act the road less dared. I walked alone down dusty roads, clutching dreams and worn out clothes. Then you appeared, a sudden flame, set my quiet world untamed. I never thought I'd fall so deep, a secret I've been sworn to keep. But when you smiled that gentle way, my fears just melted, slipped away. Loving you was the bravest thing I ever did, like jumping off a cliff into the unknown hid. Every heartbeat pounding loud, a fearless ring. In that moment, loving you meant everything. Danced through storms and suns alike, holding on through every strike. The paths were tough, the nights were long, but with you I found my song. I never knew how strong love feels till you showed me with all you revealed. Taking chances, making new, with every step I'm closer to you. Loving you was the bravest thing I ever did, like jumping off a cliff into the unknown hid. Every heartbeat pounding loud, a fearless ring. In that moment, loving you meant everything. Sometimes the world may push us down, but in your arms no fear is found. The bravest thing I now can see is loving you completely free. Loving you was the bravest thing I ever did, like jumping off a cliff into the unknown hid. Every heartbeat pounding loud, a fearless ring. In that moment, loving you meant everything. So here I stand with open heart, the bravest love, our brand new start. The radio's humming, that old tune plays again. Your name rolls softly through the needle and the pen. A memory and melody in every line it clings, like the notes that carry on. The song of us still sings. Found that dusty cassette in a box beneath the bed. Our favorite songs, remembered every word you said. The crackle in the speakers feels just like your smile, playing back the like we paused time for a while. I swear I hear you laughing in the harmony, and every chorus holds a piece of you and me. Your name's written softly in every song I know, a melody that holds us when we're miles from home. Can't let go, can't move on. It's a sweet kind of pain, like the vinyl spinning round. You keep playing in my brain. Down at the county fair, that song was on repeat. The lights, the crowd, but all I heard was you beneath. The guitar solo crying like the tears we never showed. Your name in every line, in every road I rode. The music ties the moments that we tried to lose. In every bar and bridge I find the love we choose. Your name's written softly in every song I know, a melody that holds us when we're miles from home. Can't let go, can't move on. It's a sweet kind of pain, like the vinyl spinning round. You keep playing in my brain. Maybe someday these songs will fade to something new, but tonight they cling like dew. I don't mind this sweet hole, it keeps our story told in notes as clear as blue. Your name's written softly in every song I know, a melody that holds us when we're miles from home. Can't let go, can't move on. It's a sweet kind of pain, like the vinyl spinning round. You keep playing in my brain. The record's slowing down, but your voice stays on. In every song your name keeps holding on. Late night highway under fading sky, tires hum a steady rhythm, time slips by. Memories packed in boxes on the sea. Every mile I take pulls me back to where you sleep. The coffee's cold from that old roadside stop. Your laugh fills the silence in the teardrop shop. Dusty boots hanging by the front porch light. Can't shake the feeling we're still tangled tight. Tried to run away from what I thought was pain, but all the roads I traveled lead me back again. Every road led back to you after all this time, from city streets to the woods where the stars still shine. No matter how far I roam or how much I try to hide, I'm finding home in the scent of summer's plume. Maps and dreams led me far, it's true, but the compass always pointed back to you. After all this time, from city streets to the woods where the stars still shine. No matter how far I roam or how much I try to hide, the journey ends where your heart resides. Now the behind me, clear and new. All my paths have brought me here with you. The night was heavy, pulling at my sleeve. Your name was like a locket I just couldn't leave. Footsteps fading down the old dirt road, but your memory held tight, a stubborn load. I packed my bags, decided it was done. The busted heart, the waiting, nowhere to run. The porch light dimmed, I kissed goodbye the past, but you hung around like the summer heat that lasts. Every street I walked, I saw your face in every crowd. The breeze carried your smell, and it said too loud. I told myself I'd find a way to break on through, but love got stubborn, and so did you. You're the tide that pulls me back when I sail away, the fire that won't burn out at the end of the day. Against the world, you won't slip out of you. When love refused to leave, it came back to you. Months rolled on, the calendar tore apart, trying to lock you down in a closed up heart. But sometimes the hardest battles aren't won or lost. They're the stories that teach us what love's really cost. I passed the old cafe where we used to meet. The seat by the window, still empty, bittersweet. I thought moving stuck like glue. You're the tide that pulls me back when I sail away, the fire that won't burn out at the end of the day. Against the world, you won't slip out of you. When love refused to leave, it came back to you. I fought the current, I fought the fight, but love doesn't always play what's right. It lingers on streets in every song, a stubborn truth where hearts belong. You're the tide that pulls me back when I sail away, the fire that won't burn out at the end of the day. Against the world, you won't slip out of you. When love refused to leave, it came back to you. The past never leaves, it's just waiting for you. When love refused to leave, it came back through.